That's right.
From that area, come out here, and you folks decided to stay back there.
Right. Alan came out here about 20 years now, and he has been out here ever since. And we don't have the good sense to move out here.
We like the cold weather.
You like snow and ice and all this?
Yeah.
Do you folks make trips out here regularly, or?
Oh yeah, every 9 years.
Every 9 years, like clockwork.
I used to be out here probably every year, and then it's been about 9 years since I was last here.
Changed any?
California?
A lot.
The valley is completely different. I'm surprised in how it's changed in 9 years. It looks more like the city now than it did to me 9 years ago.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. The building boom has gone crazy. There he is. Well, listen, let me ask you about your nephew, Michael, and your impressions of the service earlier today at Temple Judea.
We were very proud of Michael and how he performed. It was a great thrill for us to see Michael bar mitzvah. That was our first bar mitzvah immediate family of the grandchildren, so to speak, for the folks, and we were overjoyed to see that. He did very good.
Chuck, did you have a bar mitzvah when you were 13?
Oh, I sure did.
You did. And both you and Alan, I assume, did.
That's right.
Okay. Any
Wait a minute, honey, you have to sit still.
Any parallels between yours and this? I mean, could you almost feel yourself up there again as you saw Michael going through it?
Well, you reflect back on how you feel over the years, and you try to make some analogies with. Okay.
And he wants to leave us. Must be my breath. I have that problem with some people.
I think he's looking at everybody else, and he's wondering why he's on television at the moment also. I think it's just a very personal thing, how you have your own recollection, and you try to understand what Michael's going through, and you have some feeling of what's going on. You try to feel for him, and it's just a matter of joy. It's to see him going through the same thing that we have gone through.
Sherry, any thoughts as far as Michael's performance up there as a public speaker? Is this something he's always had a propensity for? Because he seemed to sail right through it.
I don't know. He talked about how nervous he was for like 2 weeks now, and he got up there and he was not at all nervous. I thought he did real well.
Just breezed right through it.
He did a great job.
Any particular part of the service that stuck out in your mind as being maybe a little extra special?
When Bonnie was talking to Michael, Michael, when I first met him, was about 3 years old. And I remembered him. I always remembered him as little. And last time I saw him, he was 3. He's a grown-up man now.
That's for sure. You must see a very large difference then, obviously, not having seen them in 9 and 10 years.
9 years, that's a big, he was my son's age. He's just changed so much. He's babysits for my son now.
Because we don't see him that often, we can see the great change over the years.
He's such a good kid.
And of course, time certainly does fly, and it probably seems like yesterday that he was 3. And today your son is 3, and very shortly you'll be going through this yourself.
It was yesterday that he was just 3. I think we're all getting a little older.
I tell you, every time we do one of these, I feel older.
I bet you do.
Believe me. Any last words or a message you'd like to leave us with here?
Should it be profound, or
whatever you'd like? It's entirely up to you.
Well, we're all very happy, Sherry, myself, and Andy is very happy to be here, and we just wish Michael the best of luck. And I think that nothing but luck will come his way. I think he's a very good man. Now that he's 13 and has had his bar mitzvah, and like I say, luck will come his way with the hard work I'm sure he'll put into his future.
Very good. Sherry, anything to add to that?
I'd like to invite everyone here in 10 years to my son's bar mitzvah in Detroit.
Very good. Well, that sounds like a good idea. Hopefully we'll all be there. Thank you very much for taking the time. Chuck and Sherry Cohen, and we'll be back with more from the Beverly Hills Hotel right after this. All right, let's get into 2 circles, one in the middle.
of the grandparents of Michael Cohen, Joe and Frances Cohen. This is Alan Cohen's parents, and they're here all the way from Oak Park, Michigan. How do you both feel tonight?
Absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely good.
Did you have any special emotions that you felt this morning when you saw your grandson up there?
Well, it was quite a thrill, no question about that, and of course you had a few little tears.
Did it bring back any memories of when Alan went through this?
Absolutely.
That's what did it.
And when you were both standing up there with him?
And it makes us feel like we're getting a little older.
Wait a minute.
Well, it does me.
No, okay. He
speak
always
for
has
yourself,
to speak
John.
right.
That's right.
And so you're all the way from Michigan, and so this must have been an exciting trip to plan.
We've been visiting twice a year ever since Alan came out here. So we feel like we haven't really lost out on knowing our grandchildren. And we do talk to them on the telephone every week.
Well, that's very important to keep in touch with them, you know, to see how they're growing and progressing in their
And
lives.
they're gorgeous.
Yes, they are. They're both beautiful.
Do you think this is coming through with all the music going on?
Hey, we get you. No problem. Do you have any special words you'd like to pass on to Michael when he watches this?
I only hope to God that we're around when Michael gets married.
And you think there'll be another party like this one tonight?
Or when his son has a bar mitzvah.
No, I don't plan that far in advance.
Well, thank you very much, Joe and Francis, and have a wonderful time tonight. And you have good reason to be proud. Joe and Francis Cohen, the grandparents of Michael. Back to you, Mark.
Very much. I am indeed back, and I'm talking with Donna and Larry Middleman. Donna is Bonnie's sister. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you both tonight?
Fine, how are you?
Very good, thank you. You enjoying yourself?
Tremendously.
Very nice.
Do you have children of your own?
3.
Do you have any that have been through a bar mitzvah or are about to?
No.
Not yet, huh?
No,
Not ever.
3 would like to give them.
You would? At least rent them out on the weekend? How soon is your first bar or bat mitzvah, or are you not going to do it?
We're not going to do it.
Not going to do it?
Not going to
Any
do it.
particular reason?
If they want to when they're older, they'll do it themselves.
Makes sense. How did you feel that your nephew did up there today?
I think he did a tremendous job. I was really proud of him.
Do you live here in the Los Angeles area?
We live in the valley.
So you see them on a regular basis?
We live right down the street from him.
So you have seen Michael, obviously, since he was a baby, and seen him go through his growth period to become now, in the Jewish tradition, a man. Obviously, it's too soon to tell if there's any difference tonight. But how much difference have you seen in Michael, say, in the last 3 or 4 years since he's been involved in his Hebrew studies?
He's matured quite a bit.
Really has. He's a real good kid.
And how do you feel he's going to handle, say, the next 5 years, which are some of the toughest to go through between now and, say, 18?
I think he's going to do a good job. I'm really pretty assured of Michael's not going to have any trouble. He's going to find the right road to go down and do a good job of it.
I'm sure he'll handle him as good as he did the last 4 years.
Any special message you'd like to pass on here for the camera?
Just that we love Michael, and we're really proud of him.
Very best.
Thank you very much for taking the time.
Thank you.
Donna and Larry Middleman will be back right after this.
Concert with Michael Cohen will continue right after you switch tapes.